Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. Today I have 16 Bath & Body Works products that are officially used up, and I want to share my thoughts about whether or not I enjoyed them or just sort of worked my way through them to get to the finish line. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm gonna go ahead and kick things off with the 5 candles that I burned through. So the first one that I have is the crushed candy cane that I picked up this year at Candle Day, whether it was real or unofficial Candle Day, whatever it was. When I picked it up, it was pretty cheap. This had an interesting trajectory in which it was sitting on my stovetop, and some point when the oven was on, the wick sort of shifted, and I didn't notice until it was basically at the end that it was causing this sticker to melt. But overall, really enjoyed crushed candy cane. It's such a really nice scent. I'm glad that I was able to finish it off. And then I sort of was in a moment where I was like, I don't know what I want to do next. I don't really know if I want more mint. Maybe I'm like kind of out of winter stuff, but maybe I don't want to go into spring. So then I sort of sniffed around in my collection, and here's where I went next. I decided to go with Butterscotch Swirl, which I also picked up this year. This candle did not disappoint. I really, really liked it. I don't think I would normally say I was a big fan of this scent profile, but something about this, I'm pretty sure it's the fact that it didn't have any spices mixed in. It just says that it's caramel, butterscotch, and maple syrup, and I really enjoyed it. It was just a nice, like, decadent kind of scent to have. A little bit of sooting, but burned all the way down. I called it a quits like the last fourth here because it started to smell a little bit off at the very tail end, but I really like this for the most part. Would definitely look for it again. I then deviated into fall scents. There were a few fall scents. I distinctly remember saying to myself, I didn't want to burn them in the fall. I wasn't really in the mood for them, but then suddenly coming out of my heavy mint balsam fir winter and not quite ready for spring, I decided to give this one a try. It was pumpkin s'mores. This one, it's really good. It basically, to me, just smelled like hot cocoa and cream with a little bit of spice mixed into it that isn't normally in hot cocoa and cream when it's the winter scent. So I did enjoy that. I'm glad that I didn't have another hot cocoa and cream after this to burn. It sort of was like a nice way to wrap up that scent during the winter. And then I decided to pull pumpkin vanilla cream afterwards. Again, this was a scent that I remember coming to and pulling for in the fall and not like being in the right mood for it. But I ended up really liking it. It did have some squidging, a little bit of sooting to it, but for the most part, it burned pretty easily, which I like. I like easy, no frills, no fussing kind of candles to just burn on their own. And our fifth and final one was actually the one that I talked about at my semi-annual sale haul. This was Vanilla Buttermint. I could not decide when I bought this candle, without smelling it and getting it and just really sniffing it on cold if I liked it or not. Wasn't sure if I was going to keep it or not. I obviously kept it and decided that I wanted to burn it. And I have to say, I ended up really liking it, but it was really strong. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't normally just decide to extinguish a candle when it's been a certain number of hours. I decided to just let it ride until I leave my house or I'm going to bed. But with this candle, there were a number of times where I was like, I think I want to extinguish this because it's just really intense. Ben didn't like this candle, preferred that I didn't burn it at all, but I was like, well, we're doing it. And I did like it, but I don't know if I would do it again. It really was maybe a one and done for me, though I did enjoy it, and I'm glad that it was such an intense, very powerful scent. But this one was buttermint, vanilla, and sugar, so it was an interesting combo. I did, like I said, like it. It had a little bit of sooting, but it burned all the way down really easily, so I can't complain about performance. None of these candles were bad performers, which I like because it feels like in a lot of ways, people are not having great experience with Bath & Body Works candles, but by and large, I would say the last year, maybe pushing 18 months, I've had overall good experience, and I'm very happy about that. We can talk hand soaps. I'm basically just trying to use what I have. Interestingly, in the hoarding closet, I only have my carton that I got as a promo, as a free gift, and then I have one other hand soap. So I focused first on my winter ones, and the one that I had left over from winter was Moonlit Goddess. This was a scent that took me by storm. I have used it in a variety of different formats. And I even liked it as a hand soap. The notes of this, in case you don't know, are lavender, pear blossom, and vanilla. Such a lovely combo. I would not have pegged me a lavender person, but I feel like because it has the vanilla and the floral in there, that it's a nice balance all together. So this was a big win for me. I then didn't have anything really seasonal, but I also was okay not like having anything super wintry left. So I pulled 2 of the fall hand soaps that I bought well after like the fall sales had happened. I got vanilla birch. Oh, I have to tell you, I love this scent. I won't buy it again as a hand soap. It is too intense. Like smelling it right now, I love it. But this would linger on my hands and it was so strong that it was borderline overbearing and it was too much. So I'm really glad that it's gone and I won't go back for it again. It's good to know. I think truthfully, it's best served as a 3-wick candle for me. So I will keep loving it and appreciating it. And I have a bunch of this scent as a candle. So I'll keep appreciating it in that format only. And then I also have Sunwash Santal. This also, I don't know what it is. I don't get that vibe as much when it's in this cold scent, but when I was using it, I was called back to basically my dad's aftershave. And so I don't really love that. It's not, something about it I don't love on my actual hand. The notes of this are Italian bergamot, white violet, and amber wood. So again, I'm glad it's used and I love the packaging on both of those. Thought it was really pretty. Like it reminds me of beautiful wallpaper and I just love that aesthetic, but the scents are not returners for me. I have 4 body washes to chat with you about. So the first we have is old, like didn't even know it was still hanging around, kind of old. This was when I was still writing years on my shower gels. It's Forever Red. Here's what happened. I was on an early spring cleaning kick because we had 3 snow days all in a row where I was just stuck in the house and Lydia was with my parents up in Maine. And then I just had like me and Logan and I was getting a lot done because he was taking naps. So I was cleaning out our walk-in shower on the first floor, which we don't actually ever use. We only really use our shower upstairs. And I was like, what is this? I must have put this in here when we first moved into this house that I've been in for at least a handful of years at this point and have never used that shower. So I smelled it. It still smelled fine. So I was like, well, might as well pull it and use it right now. So I did. It's an old one. I'm so glad I discovered it and used it. It was great, but I was shocked when I came across it. Then I moved into Brown Sugar and Fig, which I just recently picked up during the semi-annual sale, which is awesome. I picked this up with the intention of using it this year when I was done with my other winter-esque scents, and I knew I wouldn't be quite ready for those spring type scents, so I pulled for this. I have to say, I think I like this better as a body cream than I like it as this format. For some reason, in the shower, this just smells like snowflakes and cashmere to me. And I don't know if those scents are actually that similar or for whatever reason it just calls me to that, but I just feel like I enjoy it more as a lotion. I've really enjoyed it much more as a lotion than I have in this way. So I think if I do come across a scent again, I'll buy it as a body cream and not as a shower gel. Last one I have from the winter-esque time, also purchased during the body care sale day, I think it was. This is Coco Shea Honey Fragranced Rich Moisture Moisturizing Body Wash. Oh, this was so good. I have to say though, I don't know what it is and why, I whip through these at a pace twice as quick as a shower gel. So I could certainly not endorse having a collection of these because I would go through them way too fast. But I don't know why. I really like this scent. I do like the smell of sweet honey. I don't know if it says the actual notes. No, it just says honey fragrance. I don't know if there's anything else in here, but this was a lovely scent. It was really enjoyable texturally, but I'll stick to shower gels. It's just fun to explore when stuff like this, which is normally $19, is on the $4.95, $5 price range. And then lastly, most recent one that I've used, I basically was getting to a place where I didn't want to buy any more shower gels. And I don't have any more straight rose, which is shocking to say. So I was like, what am I like scent in the mood for? So I did some sniffing around and I decided that I wasn't opposed to Moana, which was in last year's Princess collection. These notes are green palms, plumeria, and coconut water. And it doesn't read super summer to me for some reason. It reads kind of almost like a neutral, seasonally neutral scent to me. So I pulled it, I used it, and I enjoyed it. And so now I'm hoping that I can just go full in on my summery spring scents and really wipe out that collection. The nice part is really nothing in there is more than a year old or right around the year old mark. So I don't feel bad about what's in there and I'm not pressured about it, but I don't want to keep buying. I just want to use that up because it has felt so good to be using products that I bought as recently as 3 months ago. So that's pretty great, I have to say. Coming to nearly the end, I have 3 body creams to chat with you about. So the first is my Villains Evil Queen. This one is dark red apple, vanilla suede, and wicked pear. I really liked this scent. It was so, so good. I, for some reason, kept passing over it in the fall as I moved into body creams. I was like, oh no, I'm not in the mood for it. And then suddenly, it just like, it hit me. It was so good, so enjoyable. It's a shame that collection didn't do very well, but I liked it. And then I also have brown sugar and fig. As soon as I finished the shower gel and I was in need of a new body cream, I was like, this is the one I want. I don't like to double up on scents because I get sick of them really fast when I do that. So, yeah. There's just something softer about this in the lotion formula. And it was so lovely. I really wish I had another one of these. I would happily be using it back to back, but she's done her time and maybe I'll get some of it in the future. And then lastly, such an old throwback. I had a coupon for a free travel body care and I saw this and I was just like, yes, take me back to early 2000s when this scent was all the rage. So I used this and when I saw it in store, I was immediately taken back. It never ceases to amaze me how strong scent memory can be. And this is so good. But I have to tell you, in actual application, for some reason, clearly this is a phase of life that I'm in, all I get is Play-Doh. This to me smells like Play-Doh. I don't know why. I never felt that way in store, but like putting it on my body and walking around, I was like, did the kids not put the lid on the Play-Doh jars? What's going on? And then I thought, it finally clicked that I was like, I feel this way every time I shower. It's gotta be this. Good news was it was small. And so by the time I figured it out, I didn't have very much of it left and I won't buy it again, but it was a fun scent memory to be pulled back to with that scent. Lastly, I have this one Pocketbac. I'm actually surprised. I feel like I'm on the tail end of a bunch of Pocketbacs, so I'm willing to bet in the next Bath & Body Works Trash Talk that there will be a number of them to talk about. But this is another one of those moisturizing hand sanitizers that I will say once again, in case you haven't seen me previously talk about this, I really like this formula. This packaging doesn't work with that formulation, so I will try to not buy these again. I love this old school scent. It was so yummy to use, but this just had the same issues where if I would store it upside down, it would kind of like ooze and squirt out and still need to be shaken. I'm not 100% confident I got every single bit of this product out, but I can't just sit here and shake and shake and shake and try desperately to get product out. When I'm using hand sanitizer, we're looking for quick efficiency. There's some kind of mess or germ we got to quickly get rid of. So this, again, good scent, good product. Don't like the formula in this packaging. So it is what it is. I think I might have maybe 2 more like that before I learned and stopped buying them. But as I finish them off, I will keep reminding you from my own personal platform that I don't think you should buy those. Okay, well, thank you so much for being here. Those are all of the items. I am gearing up to do another count of the closet soon. So be on the lookout in the next few weeks for an update about how we're doing. I'm feeling great as an early preview. So hope you're looking forward to it as well. Thank you so much for being here and I'll catch you in my next video real soon. Bye.